Alrighty, hello my fellow humans. Cats of Bread here, back with some more Vintage Cube. Definitely going to be doing more math this time around, and honestly with a really easy pack one pick one. I mean, it's a Mox Pearl, the next strongest card in this pack. Uh, there's some debate. I mean, there's Oko, there's Hull Breacher. I'm not really going to concern myself with those. I'm going to think about what might come back should we get lucky. Obviously, if Solid 2 comes back and we have a Mox Pearl, that feels pretty good. Um, but I've seen Exercise go late before. Uh, Preacher of the Schism isn't the worst. Um, Maybe we'll get back a Fabled Passage. I mean, Parallax Wave coming back around would be hilarious, but we'll see if that happens. Anyways, we're going to take that Mox Pearl, and we'll see what Pack 2 brings us. Uh, I I want to know what was taken out of this pack. There's Mox Emerald, Mox Jet, and Ancestral Recall. I missed the Ancestral. Holy smokes! This pack is absolutely bananas. Like it had to have Soul Ring, Black Lotus. I think are the only two cards that I think would compete here. This is actually kind of a tough choice between the Mox Jet and the Ancestral. The Emerald isn't really. The Emerald would be fine, but I don't always. In terms of the Moxes, I tend to prefer the non-green ones. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the Mox Emerald, but it's a hard choice between Jet and Ancestral. Um, oh God, okay. I actually do have to make the decision. I think given that we got the Mox Pearl, there's part of me that just says take the Jet because two Moxen is just absolutely hilarious, and it keeps us open. Versus Ancestral Recall kind of signals that we're going into blue, but it is Recall, which is just so good. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Jet. So that was a hard decision to make. Definitely, I definitely don't know if it was the right one. So please, in the comments, tell me which one you would pick there. In this pack, given the speed that we kind of have, I'm looking to do things that are more broken than anything else. Um, and there's an argument for Doomsday. I don't have really any of the cards that go with it, so I don't think I want to do that yet. Arid Mesa feels like a solid pick here. It just keeps me really open because if I'm looking at the rest of the pack, like there's nothing that I really like desperately want with my start. Versus Arid Mesa just keeps me open to other choices. Otherwise, there's the Overlord of the Balemerc, which isn't bad, especially with two Moxes. But let's take the Mesa. Let's stay open. Let's see what we get. Um, in my heart of hearts, I hope we get a Luris, but we'll see. All right, here. I mean, again, this is a fine uh, pack. I already have the Pearl and the Jet, so the Forensic Gadgeteer almost seems like a fun choice here. Um, Kind of puts me in that artifacty deck. Lorien Revealed is, I mean, I love the entire cycle of cards from Lord of the Rings. Uh, Otherwise, there's nothing that I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely take this. I mean, Sanguine Evangelist is good. Maybe, I mean, maybe with a double Jet, I just go, or the double Mox, I just go for like a really aggressive deck, or I take the Gadgeteer, and try to maybe go into like a man, let's. I haven't played Artifacts in a while. Let's take the Gadgeteer, see where we go from there. Um, well, there's Grim Monolith, which doesn't really work with Gadgeteer. It's not infinite mana. But it is just good ramp, and I feel like that's what we're doing here. We're making a lot of mana and seeing where we go. Otherwise, there's the Everflowing Chalice, which is all right. There's Fiery Confluence, which if you watch my last video, I now realize it does a total of 6 damage when you fully set it off on your opponents. But we're not going to talk about that. I am still ashamed of that. But I don't know. I feel like Grim Monolith is an interesting choice. Otherwise, there's maybe Stern Scolding. I mean, Dam is really good as a card, but not what I want to take here. Uh, so yeah, let's take the Grim. I kind of like this idea of maybe pushing into artifacts a little bit. Um, I mean, there's Triplicate Titan. We are making a lot of mana, or we're aiming to make a lot of mana, and that feels like a solid card for that. Because otherwise there is Teferi, which is just a solid card, especially if you can ramp out into it early. Um, the Savai Triome does kind of go with our Arid Mesa, but I don't know. Let's take the triplicate. Let's kind of try to see if we can stay on this artifacty lane. I'm prepared to pivot if that's what the cards say. Given that we just took Triplicate Titan, I don't think Dark Confidant is the pick here, even though I do like it a lot. Also, Dothy Voidwalker is really good. But I think I'm going to take the Bauble. Um, just take all the artifacts. If we keep taking them, eventually we'll get paid out, right? Here I'm just going to take the Cryptic Command. No, I'm not just going to take the Cryptic Command. I said that with a lot of confidence. No, I'm going to take the Expressive Iteration. I kind of like that. Um, doesn't really line up with the Moxes we have, but that's fine. Um, but it's a card that just, when you have two Moxes and you can play one of them for free, Expressive Iteration just gets a lot better. All right, so now I'm going to start organizing my cards a little bit better. You know what? I I can make an argument for Show and Tell. I think Show and Tell with Triplicate Titan seems like kind of an interesting choice to make. It's kind of like the poor man's Flash. Here, uh, given our start, there's a world where I try to justify. I mean, GTA is just a good card. I feel like people disrespect GTA a lot, and it's an artifact, which I mean, I clearly seem to be pushing. But also, there's just a world where I take a Cold Epiphany. Just lets me draw a lot of cards, make some threats. But no, let's try the GTA. See if we get there. From this pack, I mean, there's nothing I really want. I might just take the Talon Gates. At 4 mana, you can kind of use it to do some cute things. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, let's just take the Talon Gates and see where we go from there. Soul Guide Lantern is fine. Although with the Sanguine Evangelist coming back, it makes me think that white's pretty open. But no, Grave Eight's good. We want to hit some graves. Here I'll take the Elite Spellbinder. We can play pretty early. Does things that we need it to do. Not something I'm gonna complain. You know what? I'll put the Bazaar back in my sideboard. Who knows? We'll take the Enduring Innocence. Maybe we get there. Pack 2. Okay, so we're gonna take Flash most likely. Just because that works really well with Triplicate Titan, kind of opens us up into that style of deck. Definitely, it's a solid card. Especially if we can pick up something else that works with it. Otherwise, I would consider taking maybe the Glimmer Lens if I was going for like a more aggressive build, which I really should consider here. There's also the Skull Clamp. Deluge, if it comes back around, I would be more than happy to take. I love some removal. I mean, Baleful Strix is an artifact, but no, we'll take the Flash and we'll be happy with it. Just gonna put Triplicate Titan all the way. Just off and away. Just gonna be my Flash pile over here. This pack. I mean, Mer Battlesphere isn't really that great of a Flash target, but it is a good artifact payoff card. It's an okay artifact payoff card. But it kind of it's what we want. I mean, there's the Hollowed Fountain actually is the other card I'm kind of looking at because I can get it with the Arid Mesa. Um, lets me turn my fetch into something that fixes for blue and potentially white further down the line. We have the Elite Spellbinder. And like the difference between Battlesphere and Triplicate Titan is kind of nil, especially if we pick up something like Tinker. So I think I'm gonna take the Hollowed Fountain. Just lets me play my spells a lot better. This pack, I mean, there's Batter Skull. Should we get the Stoneforge Mystic? But part of me just wants to take the Tide Hollow Scholar. We can just cast it off both of our Moxes, and it is an artifact. Not that I have like any artifact payoffs yet, besides the Forensic Gadgeteer. So again, kind of an interesting choice here. I think I'm gonna gamble on the Scholar because I just like hand disruption. I like that it's an artifact. From this pack, I think I'm gonna take the Swords. It's just good removal, good interaction, kind of cementing myself into some kind of whitish deck. There's also the Securiton Squadron, which I think is appropriately rated. Um, and there's also Shadowy Backstreet, which would be really solid. But I think I'm going to take the swords. That first piece of removal is just going to go a long way towards just making this deck better. And then we'll see what we get back. Hopefully I've seen the Squadron come back around before. If not, there's a world where Ghost Vacuum, Boots, Relic. There's plenty of other cards for us. But I think that first piece of removal is going to do a lot of work for us. This pack's fine. I think the Mike Stone and Weak Stone, again, we have a lot of like pretty high speed ramp, which gets us places pretty quickly. So I think that's going to be what I take. Otherwise, there's the piggy bank, but that's not really where I want to be. I like the idea of just getting into big mana. This pack is fine. It's not Chrome Mox. Maybe I'll take the Talisman. The Talisman seems okay in this deck. If not, I would maybe consider the Spell Bomb, but that's actually kind of a choice I have to make there. Let's try the Talisman. I might regret that pick later, but in this pack, man, if we get Luris, this deck would be absolutely bananas. I would definitely make the concessions just to play Luris. I have a personal soft spot for Chromatic Star. I don't think it's what I want to play in this deck, but I do like it, and I think I might like it enough to try to take it over anything else. Yeah, we'll see. Here in this pack, not really sure what I take here. I don't need the Troll. I'm not playing the Gristlebrand. I'm kind of far away from playing Goldspan, so that kind of leaves me with Shorkai or Lauren of the Third Path. Shorkai's fine, especially if we're playing it early. So I guess we'll give that a shot. I'm not super confident about that decision though. Here, I mean, we're just not that aggressive, so I don't know if it's the Glimmerlands. The Otawara is a fine card. Let's try the Glimmerlands. I guess we'll count it as a creature. Um, Here, I mean, the Abrade is good removal. I would like to be playing red. Um, we'll give that a shot. You know what? We'll put the Batter Skull in the sideboard. We might get there. Here, I'll take the Securiton Squadron. I have the mana. Um, I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to play through the Breach, but we're not playing Hogak or the other one. Honestly, I should have maybe considered just being white, just given how open it is. I'm going to take the Verge, though. The Blazemeyer Verge. I'm not going to play Kumano faces Kakazan. I actually don't even know what the whole thing does. Okay. All right, so we're clearly playing some weird, potentially 4-color artifact deck. Um, I mean, I already have the Hallowed Fountain, so I don't want the Tundra. I am trying to think about how I win, and I mean, the Culture Complete's just a good card if you're trying to win. Um, it's just it's a beater. Um, Maybe the Nettlecyst will come back around, which would actually be pretty good in this deck given how many artifacts I have. Second choice for me would be probably this. I mean, the Singed Super Malcolm are all good and should be gone by the time this pack comes back. But maybe we'll get that Nettlecyst back. But I'm going to take the Cauldron. This pack, I mean, I could take there's a world where I take the Undercity Sewers. Just, again, fixing. I'm really kind of, I'm not sure this is a Bolus of Citadel deck, but I think I just take this Sewer here. It fixes for my all of one black spell. This Tide Hollow Scholar might not be long for this world, actually. It's probably better if I just cut it. And if I make that cut, and then I think the Path or the Unexpectedly Absent are okay. Maybe the Treasure Cruise, but I'll take the Path. I like removal. Who's gonna complain? Ooh, uh, weird borders on the cards here. This is actually a kind of challenging pick for me. There's Zerta, which is an infinite combo with Grim Monolith. There's also just Library, which is a phenomenal card, especially when you have a really low curve deck. You just get to draw a lot of cards. And there's also Thalia, which is one of my. I personally think I overvalue it, but you know what one person overvalues is up to them. And I really really like that kind of card. I'm not sure it's great with this deck, but I think we're gonna take the Library. I think the library's it seems really good in this particular iteration of the deck I'm trying to build. Um, I'm not sure what that iteration or what this deck is anymore, if I'm being totally honest. But you know, we're playing two Moxes and artifacts and Flash, I guess. Here, uh, the Foothills doesn't fix for anything. Like, there's a world where I just take Counterspell, like just to have something good that interacts. Although the Thieving Skydiver, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of low on threats, and I think the Skydiver will get me there. If not, there's the Fury, but we'll try this Skydiver. All right, Kappa Cannoneer. That's a payoff for what we're trying to do here. So I think we're gonna slam that. I'm not even gonna think twice about it. Um, there's a world where I see maybe the Xander's Lounge coming back, which I'd be totally fine with. Um, I kind of hope it doesn't, honestly. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Kappa Cannoneer. It's a payoff. It's big. It beats. Um, Here, it's a choice. I like Palantir personally. We do have a very low curve deck, so it's not. Well, actually, no. We have Triple Titan, Kaldra, Shorkai. Like we have expensive cards in our deck. Um, so it makes me think that the Palantir is just going to be good. Yeah, I think we're going to take the Palantir. The other option was Kiora is alright. I don't dislike No More Lies, but I don't know if that's what this deck wants. And the Palantir's just there's worlds where I play Palantir turn one. Okay, so we're definitely not getting the Stoneforge. And honestly, here I think I just take the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Ponder's good. Ponder's great. Don't make a mistake, but Fable of the Mirror Breaker is just functionally a Planeswalker, and not something I think I can really pass up. Otherwise, I would maybe take Ponder Lightning Bolt, but one card left in this pack. I do wonder. I think it might be Eagles of the North that ends up Dabley. But I'll take the Fable. Here, it's a choice. I mean, I'm leaning towards the Witch Enchanter just because I love this entire cycle of what are they, Bolt, dual face lands. Because otherwise it's the Gift Probe. But no, I think I'm gonna take the Witch Enchanter. I like it. It's simultaneously a land and removal, and also technically a threat. We'll take the Nettlecyst. We have a good number of artifacts, so I think that'll really pay off. Following it up with maybe a FOMO, or Unexpectedly Absent. I think. Do I have enough ways to get to that? No, I don't think so. So we're gonna do the Unexpectedly Absent, but I'm not super confident about that. That's just rude. Thalia shouldn't be. there's no reason Felia should be coming back. And honestly, Felia seems sick in this deck. I'm fine with it. I know the Zerda goes infinite with the Grim Monolith, but um, I think the Felia is just really good with um a good number of cards that we have. Um, I'll put the Spyglass Siren in my sideboard. In hindsight, I think the Zerda might have been better, but I saw the Might still in the weak zone and kind of uh, tunnel visioned myself there. Uh, we'll put Legion Extruder in the sideboard. Same thing with Fire Blast, I guess. And then I was right. Eagles of the North was the final wheel. Um, I'm kind of curious to see how this deck plays out. Um, I think it has potential. I'm not convinced that it's going to be great, but I think it might be fun. I definitely don't have a lot of fixing, and I feel like my mana base is kind of ambitious given that. So let me take some time to build this, and I will be back. Alright, so this is the final configuration of the deck I ended up deciding to go with. The mana base is definitely a little sketchy. The Switch Enchanter does make it a lot better, as does the Mox Pearl and the Chromatic Star, but I'm not feeling as confident as I would like to say I am. Uh, excuse me, some notable cuts that I made. I cut the Abrade, and that's largely because I'm trying not to play a lot of red. I think the expressive iteration of the Fable of the Mirror Breaker might be good enough, and I can always bring it in if need be. I'm also prepared to, just get rid of red altogether if I realize if I need to. Um, the other card that I did not put in the deck, I got the Soul Guide Lantern. The Battle Scroll was never in, but it's we'll see. I don't think Battle Scroll is that great on its own. And the Talon Gates, I think given our mana situation and everything else, I don't really have the space for it. I'm not feeling. I mean, I'm feeling good about the deck, mostly because I do think it'll do some fun things and it'll steal some wins. I don't know if it's going to be a trophy deck. But all that said, again, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, as usual, I'm gonna beg for you to like, subscribe, comment, engage in any way. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I do tend to watch my videos afterwards, so I see the mistakes I made, um, and I, love to hear back about those. Uh, so, like I said, like, subscribe, comment, any kind of engagement helps out. And then I will see you back for round one. All right, so we're here for round one with on the draw. We can do better in this hand. I don't dislike it, but my mana base is definitely coming back to bite me in the butt here. But we'll mulligan. We can definitely do better. I mean, I'm not gonna say we did better here, but this is fine. I've kept worse. I will put back. Honestly, I think the plains is my guess here. I might regret that later, but we can kind of operate off 2 mana, and hopefully we will. The Glimmerlands plus Felly is kind of cute. Oh, okay. Sure. That's okay. So my opponent's definitely playing Reanimator of some variety. So sure. Okay. I mean, my opponent just had the 6-star. Like this. This is. I mean, it's the nuts. It's why Grief and a lot of those cards are really powerful. If I was them, I would take the Thalia personally, but that's up to them. Um, yeah, okay. Being on a mulligan, that happening. Uh, actually, you know what? I was getting ready to complain a lot, but here we're there's a game. There's a game to be had because they are down resources too. Like it's they exiled a demonic tutor. Um, they lost life to that reanimate. They spent a lot of resources kind of picking apart our hand, and we're still not, dead. Sure. Thieving Skydiver will be great once we get some blue, but in the meantime, we're just going to attack with our Rebel, play our land, and pass the turn. Alright, so just in this matchup, I'm obviously going to bring in Soul Guide Lantern. Not sure what else I would change in the deck, but we'll see. Ooh, hey. Let's, I guess, attack first. I think I want to steal the currency converter. That's kind of what feels right to me. Mana value X or less. Okay, so I have to kick it for 1. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That gets rid of their currency converter. Cast with kicker. Blue, white. Doop. X is 1. I'm just going to make sure I'm doing this right. I can control target over XLS. Okay, cool. See, because the thing is, this way, if they discard with the currency converter, that's going to be exiled under the currency converter. Or, well, we'll see. If they're just discarding, then they're just discarding. But it's my currency converter now. I hope. Now, whatever they discard, the right thing would be to not exile it, because if you exile it, then it's exiled under the currency converter. And then I would get to, take it, but we're just going to take the converter and pass the turn. See, my opponent's at the point where they have to start deciding if they're going to block, because if I get to swing with the Glimmer Lens, I get to start drawing cards. Well, not with the Glimmer Lens, the Rebel token that the Glimmer Lens makes. You get the point. Sure. That's fine. You've got your blocker. I probably won't. Part of me just wants to swing, just to draw the card, see what happens. The Thieving Skydiver already kind of did its work. Yep. Draw a card. Path is great. Honestly, part of me says just kill the bat now so that they can't. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take out the bat right away so that they can't block. Keeps them on a tight clock here. I mean, it seems kind of aggressive to play the Gadgeteer personally, but it's a threat. It makes the currency converter cheaper. Okay. I was so ready to concede early on, and I'm glad I didn't. Based on what I saw, I want to bring in the Soul Guide Lantern, and I think I'm just going to take out the Urza's Bauble. That seems like a kind of easy swap to me. We'll see you back for game 2. All right, we are here on the draw. Honestly, this is fine. There's a world where they pull this hand apart, but it's got an expressive iteration that I can definitely play. Just all in all, kind of a fine hand. Okay, Triplicate Titan isn't really what I wanted to draw, but it's fine. I think I just want to jam the Soul Guide out, so I'm going to start with a Mountain, tap that, and just play Soul Guide. Downside of playing Soul Guide is now I can't just yield through the turn, because my opponent could be doing silly things. Obviously, I hope they don't, but if they do, so be it. See, the debate with the expressive iteration is the best case situation is that you're kind of playing, at least for me, what I'm thinking is just playing it so on turn 3 I can get a land to play. It's not like I'm doing anything else on turn 3 if I don't draw it next turn. So I think I'm just going to play... I'll play the planes, and then just cast GT. I don't have anything to equip it with, but I don't want to play Expressive Iteration this turn. It doesn't feel right. And we will just move on. Ooh, they're having a Malcolm. Okay, Malcolm is good. Malcolm would be great if we get to Might Stone and Weak Stone it. I definitely want to get rid of it. Yeah, what are you going to discard? Echo of Eons. Okay. I mean, honestly, if you echo, I wouldn't be particularly upset. See, Mox Pearl. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so we're gonna pay 2 life. Why did I do that? Oh, that was so bad. I am not good at Magic today. Am I ever good at Magic? I guess is the question. No, I guess we just cast the Pearl. They have the Echo. Um, it's not the best use of my mana, but I'm just gonna Expressive Iteration. It's not that it's not the best use. It's not the best way to play this card. I definitely misplayed with it. I should have not played the Plains last turn. I should have done the Hollowed Fountain. Um, but honestly, that's an answer to Malcolm. So I think we're gonna take the okay, so we're gonna put the Chromatic Star in hand. Uh, I guess we could have done that differently. Can I undo that? Okay, cool. We'll put the swords in my hand. We'll put the island on the bottom, and we will exile the Chromatic Star. And then we will play the Chromatic Star, I guess, with the Pearl. And here I will just kill the Malcolm if they swing with it. I don't want them just looting for free. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, that's fine. I assume they just take the Might Stone and Weak Stone. Otherwise, they're insane. And generally, I just assume my opponents are know what they're doing. Yeah, that's the right card to take. Ooh, Currency Converter, nice. That's a flash. Okay. I haven't seen any counter magic from my opponent. I obviously could have probably played my Arid Mesa there. That would have been the smart thing to do, but I just saw the flash and it's fine. I hope my opponent attacks here because I can definitely get them with the flash if they let me. Boop. Nope. Alright, so it's split up into 3 parts, and I get to now block the bat. Or maybe not. Bitter Triumph. Okay. That's fair. That still leaves me with plenty of damage to do to you. Alright. So they can't reanimate super well. They do have the currency converter, which they should consider using, at least on my turn. I don't know if they missed it on last turn. Um, there's a world where they echo here, which I don't dislike actually, but we'll see. Bone shards. Okay, that's fine. I still get my Might Stone back, which means I get to draw a bunch of cards. Oh, that is really good actually. All right, perfect. I just have to make sure I leave mana up for that. So Might Stone's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll be 2. Okay, so I don't have the mana. Didn't have the mana to equip GT, which is fine. Which makes it obvious that we're going to play the Might Stone and then have something else up. Shouldred's Edict. Okay. My opponent really said no. You don't get anything. But that's fine. We're going to crack this for a Plains. Make sure we leave a Plains up. Oh, wait. I can't cast the Thalia. It's fine. We're going to get... Yeah, we're just going to play the Might Stone and Weak Stone. And we will draw 2 cards. Doop. And hopefully... We'll see. I mean, obviously my opponent should probably Echo here. I guess there's a world where I Soul Guide Lantern to deny them the Echo. Time Walk. Okay, Echo is a sorcery speed card. It's just so hard to justify the Echo. Well, no, because then they take the Echo, they'll get the fresh 7. Yeah, okay, so we're actually going to deny them the opportunity to Echo of Eons here. Then the most they can do is Currency Converter. They should be Currency Converter because you get value off it, but yeah. You get to put something under it. And honestly, at this point, yeah, I can't just yield. Okay, Cure's good. Lets you put a bunch of stuff under the currency as well. The currency converter, it's not currency. I should just call it converter. Anyways, let's see. What they don't know is that I have a Thieving Skydiver coming, ready to take that converter from them. Oh, and a Glimmer Lens too. Okay. Those are all good cards. Alright, so I have 5. No, wait, no, I have the Might Stone and Weak Stone as well. That taps for mana. I gotta remember that. It's just funny because it's kind of kept away. The GT tripped me up. But anyways, rambling aside. Okay, so blue. This mana can't be spent to cast on artifact spells. That's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna use one of those to play the Grim Monolith. Or actually, we're just gonna play the Grim Monolith, I think. Yeah, yep. Then I'm definitely overdoing it on mana if I do that, but that's fine because it's gonna be casting the Skydiver where kicker is 1. They'll get to use the currency converter to make a 2/2 row for some reason. Okay, well, my opponent was off it. Cool. I mean, they had a good deck. We had some resiliency. We'll be back for round 2. All right, cool. We're back for match 2. We are on the play with a. Our deck can do better than this. We're not doing anything till, I mean, not even turn 2, turn 3 at the earliest. All right. Oh, this is fine. I mean, it's not great, but I don't really want to go any lower, and I have a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, so we're just gonna play our mountain, yield through the turn. This is where our very mediocre mana base is kind of coming to bite us in the butt. Ooh. Ragavan 2? Okay, so we're playing an aggressive deck. Hopefully we draw some form of removal. We have a non-zero amount of it. Okay. I mean, it's just a turn 2 Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I will 100% block the Ragavan. I won't even think twice about it if they allow me to. And we'll go from there. I'm not attacking. I'm not doing anything else this turn. Alright, fair. I think Bolt is the right call there. Alright, they're going to hit me with a Ragavan. What did they exile? An island. Oh, that's actually kind of a bummer. I would have loved that island. Okay, so our opponent played a tie. I guess. Are they playing green? No, just robber. Hey, good cards all around. Yep. Yes. I will discard two. I think I'm going to discard the Thieving Skydiver here. Because I need something a little bit more impactful. I don't know if I would say the Glimmerlands is more impactful, but yeah, we're going to play Forensic Gadgeteer. It can block both of those creatures really well. It's not like the... I don't know. I don't know if that was the right call there. Or maybe I should have just gotten rid of that mountain. Screaming Nemesis is a solid card. I will not be blocking it if that's what they swing with. That's fine. Ooh. Okay, so here I think I do Expressive Iteration and then play the Glimmerlands. We will... I think I want to just kill the Screaming Nemesis with the swords. So I think I take the Grim Monolith to my... let me make sure I have enough mana to do everything. Yeah. Grim Monolith to my hand. Do Mountain at the bottom. Exile the Plow. So I'm going to use the Plow right away. I mean, I should have done that differently, but it's fine. Doop. Then I'll play Red Mesa. Crack that. Get a Plains. And then just play Glimmerlands, which will trigger the Gadgeteer. Make me a Clue token. Alright. There's a world where I attack there. Honestly, next turn what I'm probably going to be doing is... well, I said next turn. That's what I'll be doing, but I'm not sure. Okay. That's what I would kill. Here if they swing, I will just block, but if they don't, then I'm fine with whatever happens. Wait, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're getting close to Triplicate Titan Man. We're not there yet, but we're close. I think I start by cracking the clue, see if we get anything that will change what we play. No. This is not at sorcery speed, right? Sacrifice it. Okay, so I can do the Kiki. No, because I want to try to hit the Chandra, so I think I'm willing to try to race here a little bit. So I'm gonna Kiki the Rebel token. I will pay the one, I guess, with the island. And then attack the Chandra with the Rebel token. If they don't block, that's fine. If they do block, that's a creature that's dead. all things said and done, it's kind of a even trade for me. I didn't want to trade the base token. I'll play the Grim Monolith, and then we're in a good spot. Legion Extruder. Okay, so they'll play it. Assume they kill. Yep, they kill the Reflection. Here at this point, I'll block with the Rebel token if they attack. That's fine with me. Because next turn I get to play the Cauldron Complete. And then my opponent has to figure out how to deal with a 5/5 first strike, trampling. What else does it have? It has so many keywords. So that'll be that 5, and then that leaves me with now. No, I think I just play the Cauldron Complete. Sorry, I'm reading their cards. It's 3, 5, 7. I guess we should leave a. I'm not sure what the right thing to leave up was, but that's fine. All right, so we'll get the Cauldron. We'll actually swing with both. I guess the question is, what am I swinging at? I think I want to just take out the. Okay, well, my opponent was done. That's fine with me. Given what I saw, I don't want to bring in the Abrade because my mana base just doesn't support that many or that many red cards. I think the only card that I'm like maybe considering is the Spyglass Siren, just as a way to block a turn 1 Ragavan. But no, I think we're fine. I think this deck will. No, we're fine. Yep, we're just gonna run it back. All right, and my opponent was ready to rumble. I can't keep a 1-lander. I mean, a mountain gets me places, but I can't justify that hand. Yikes. This isn't that much better. It does have removal though, so I can't really complain. I think I keep this. And what do I put back? I think I'm just gonna put back the Shorkai. So depending on if my opponent has any turn 1 plays, if they don't, then I may not Witch Enchanter right away. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do the Chromatic Star this turn. Because they haven't really threatened me with anything. And now I'm just going to kill the Razorkin Needlehead. Am I? I don't know. I don't know if I kill the Razorkin Needlehead, actually. I mean, it's going to do damage to me, but then it's also going to ramp them, and I don't really want them doing that. On the flip, yeah, no, I saw enough like other scary cards from them that maybe the Razorkin isn't what I want to deal with right away. In which case, I should just play Jite. But no. We're gonna hold up the death. Because here, if they play anything that's like big and scary and hasty, I can answer it. Honestly, I might just take the 2 from the Razorkin. It's not really scaring me that much. Okay, so my opponent's mana base is kind of interesting. Okay. All right, so here I just kill the god. I can't let them. I don't feel like dealing with that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Add a white. And then we will just get rid of the gut. We'll take our 2, and it'll be fine. And then we are done for this turn because we're not doing anything else. I mean, we're going to draw a card, but... Nice. Yeah, take my 2. Ooh. Hey, Gadgeteer blocks the Needlehead. And if they want to waste removal on that, that is removal that they are not wasting on me. Well, not removal, but burn. You don't waste removal on players. Don't think there's a lot of cards that say remove target player from the game. Alright. Okay, so they're gonna Goblin Freighter Maker. Okay, see, that's a good card. Destroys a colorless permanent. Herald. Okay. So, I'm not gonna block because that would cause me a problem. Alright, we are starting to approach the point where I need to answer what my opponent's doing and not just kind of sit pretty. I really don't want to take the 3 from the Witch Enchanter, and I would like to keep it up, so... I'm gonna iteration, hope I hit a land. Oof, okay. I guess which of these would I keep? I'm more likely to play the Cannoneer at this point, I think. Alright, so I'll put the Cannoneer in my hand. We'll put the Titan on the bottom, Plains. Play the Plains. Play the GTA. Got a clue. Okay. Blowing up the GTA is fine with me. That means that I get to... I mean, I'm able to block the Razor Needlehead relatively safely. Ooh, no, not a Pyroglyph. That is a problem. Okay, we might lose here. All right, I'm gonna vault myself to play Witch Enchanter, which is definitely scary. But I'm gonna squad the Securiton Squadron, so I have 2 blockers. I will just throw... Sorry, I was thinking in my head there, and besides not talking, but I will throw the 2/2 in front of the Pyroglyph, just to spare my life total a little bit. And then next turn I can maybe play the Cannoneer. My opponent's in a pretty solid spot. They just kind of have to wait me out. Like I'm on the I have to answer them situation. And double blocking doesn't even solve the problem here. Pyroglyph doesn't have. Okay, cool. Oh no, Inti gives trample. I mean, I guess we technically double block. I don't think we have any outs at this point, but I want to make sure that I don't have any outs before I commit to scooping. Alright. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that we're dead next on the next one. I mean, do I bring in the Abrade? I feel like the Abrade is just going to be good here. It just answers a lot of what they're doing. But the question is then what do I cut if I bring in the Abrade? I mean, the Might Stone and Weak Stone seems solid. Shortcut feels a little slow. Actually, yeah, Shortcut feels kind of slow for this matchup. So, yeah, we'll do that. Given that we brought in the Abrade, do I cut an island for a mountain? No, I don't think so. All right, cool. Well, run this and see what we got. We'll be on the play this time. Man, this hand is... No, I'm not doing anything. I can't afford to keep a hand that doesn't interact or do anything early. Okay. Yeah, this is not great. The library definitely kind of hurts here, but there are worse situations to be in. Here, I actually think I put the Might Stone and Weak Stone back just because we're not getting there anytime soon. And we'll start with Fountain, not paying the 2, and we'll just yield through the turn. Yeah, this was not going to be a game where Library was going to be good. Actually, what I should have cut was the Library for a Mountain, in hindsight. Um, I mean, yeah, I think I just slammed the Grim Monolith down and play Nettle Cyst. I mean, it's just a 2/2, but it's a 2/2 that with Felia can be pretty solid. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That Tarfire is then not aimed at Felia, which means that I will hopefully be able to resolve her next turn. Ooh, Inti. Okay. Well, I hope we draw removal for Inti, because I'm not going to throw my Felia in front of the Inti. That's just not where I want to be. I said removal. That's not removal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not doing anything this turn. Yep, you attack. I can't do anything about it. I'm just going to yield through the end step. I'm not. Okay. If there's no 2-drops, we're okay. We'll play Felia. Alright, here I think I attack with the Felia. Blink the Nettle Cyst. Which puts a counter on Felia. Gives me a blocker. Honestly, for being stuck on 2 lands, we could be doing a lot worse. Yeah, here Inti's gonna hit, and I'm probably not gonna block. And next turn with Felia, I can start blinking. Inti is probably what I'm gonna blink. Can you play a Fury? No. Alright. So the grand plan here is to do things with Felia. Alright, well my opponent's gonna kill Felia. That's the right play. I'm not happy about it, but it is the right play. Here I get to kill their Chandra, which is okay with me. Yeah, I'm not doing anything else this turn. They play the Fury. Did they? Oh, because they could exile it. Okay, so they're gonna. Oof. We might just be dead here. Full stop. Like really painfully soon. It would help if I drew, anything. I'll see what their last random card in hand is. It is a Savannah. Yeah, they're just gonna discard that. We'll take 5. They probably could equip, so that'll actually be 8, which puts us on a tight clock. Triplicate Titan was not the draw there. Yep, you'll hit. You'll probably discard the Savannah. Yeah, no, there's not to sound super defeatist. There's not a lot of ways that I see out of this right now besides specifically Flash. All right, cool. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Turn 6 drew not a single land. Can't really do anything about that. Um, I mean, is there? No, because I have to shock myself, and then I can maybe play the Elite Spellbinder. Yeah, no, there's nothing. My opponent's got it. I don't think I punted that one, so I'm okay with the outcome. I will see you back for round 3. Okay, we're back on the play this time. That's a fine hand. There's a world where I just run the Securitron Squadron out just early. It'll make my Fable the Mirror Breaker a little bit better. If I start making copies with it, it gets kind of cute. I don't know. I think I run out the Squadron early. It gives me something to do with my mana. All right, so my opponent is tanking and mulliganing to 6, which is honestly what I want to see. So we'll start with the planes. I'm not going to tap the planes that early. That was I got excited. Planes into Securitron Squadron. Puts pressure on the board. I don't know what my opponent's doing. I know what I'm going to be doing for the next few turns, and the Squadron kind of pays off with that. So let's see. Okay. Nothing for my opponent. That is exactly what I want to see. I'll attack with the Squadron. And the only situation where they do anything here is if they have Fury, but I doubt it. To the Squadron, I meant. This technically gets everything out of Fury range, which, as you can tell from the last match, I am a little traumatized. But I'm in a good spot here. Here I get to swing for 5 on my turn 3. Really put my opponent on the clock. I haven't decided if I'm going to discard anything yet. Oath of Druids. Okay. That's not going to go the way you want it to. Yeah, I'll discard a mountain, I think. Yeah. Yeah, just one. The library is not really a great draw, but that's fine. I'm just going to attack with all. Make my treasure. And then play Witch Enchanter because I'm not going to lose to an Oath of Druids. Yep, there's only one target. And let's see what my opponent does. I think they were all in on that Oath plan. Given that I've seen Oath in the Verge, those decks are sometimes Reanimator decks. I don't know if they are. We'll see if we get any more information from them to see if we're bringing the Soul Guide. I suspect we won't, but we'll see. Alright, my opponent's back, and they're playing a Talisman of Curiosity, which is fine with me. I'm kind of curious to see what their deck is. Alright, Tutor. I mean, I guess we're not going to find out this turn, but that is a little scary. Given that I saw Oath of Druids, I'm guessing that's kind of their primary game plan, is either that or Reanimator, um, or a reanimation strategy. But I'm not sure. And now we'll be back after my opponent's done thinking about what they're going to tutor for. All right, my opponent finished tutoring. Yep, I got to flip. I mean, here I just right click, attack with all creatures, make another treasure. I mean, I guess I should probably just bobble and just see what one of the cards in their hand is. Emrakul. They tutored for Channel. If they tutored for Channel, then what do I want to do here? Okay. I think I just play my land. 5. I will draw 2 cards. Okay. Oh wait, they couldn't tutor for Channel. They have 6 life. What am I talking about? Sorry. If you're screaming at your computer, I fully understand. It's a flash. Okay. So what are you flashing in? Atraxa. Okay. I mean, it's a fine card to flash in. Took a whole 10 cards. Okay, so they are playing Channel. Okay, so they are definitely a Channel deck. They also have Nexus. Okay. I don't know if they are a Reanimator deck. I see the Sneak Attack. I think the Soul Guide Lantern might be wise to bring in here. Okay, so let's see. They chose Sneak Attack, Badlands, Once Upon a Time, Toxic Deluge, Torsion. Okay, so they got to Toxic Deluge. Which isn't great for me, but we have mana. They're at 2 life. A lot of cards kill them here. Chromatic Star is not one of them, and we will be playing Chromatic Star. Cracking Chromatic Star for, let's just say, a blue. And hopefully we draw something good. The Jet is not it. Alright, we'll play Mox Jet. And hopefully we draw something that we can hit our opponent with at some point. Let's see. I mean, we have the sword, so there's a limit to what they can do that's super scary. Yep, what are you going to sneak attack in? Torsten. Yikes. Yikes, my opponent's deck is just really, really good. Okay, so this one might be a tough one. It's Annihilator, something or another. Yeah. 6. Alright, well, I guess we have to Swords the Torsten. And a bunch of life, which is not really where I want to be. Annihilator 6. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hard choice here. I kind of want to keep the GT. We'll get rid of the mountain. Oh. My opponent has 10 cards in hand and a sneak attack. I don't think we have a shot here. There is a world where we have a shot here. Alright, well, I guess we'll take the elite. We'll use the elite spellbinder. We'll take the Grave Titan. So they can't sneak attack it in. I mean, they're on a clock. Playing the Coveted Jewel here would be kind of, well, no, with the sneak attack, I think it's right to play it. But it's definitely a scary situation I'm in. Okay, so they're a flash deck. Flash, Oath of Druids. Man, their deck is sick. If we lose, I'm going to be kind of sad. I mean, once upon a time, getting Woodfall Premise. Yeah, no, you got it. You have got it. I don't need to sit through that. Shoot. This is going to be really challenging. Especially because their creatures all have good ETBs, so I mean, we just need to hope we have a really aggressive draw and we can beat them out before they get to whatever it is they're doing. Man, their deck is really, really good. I am not feeling confident about this round at all. Yep, we'll be on the play. No, we can do better. This isn't that much better, but it is better. We'll keep this and man, this is hard. I don't want to get rid of the talisman because it gets me closer to the Cauldron. But I don't. No, I need the Cauldron. Is it wrong to put back the swords? I think it's okay. We'll put back the swords. We'll do Mox Island, and we'll play Thieving Skydiver just to start putting pressure on them. With our luck, or with my luck, my opponent's just gonna turn one channel, in which case we lose to an Emrakul, and I'm fine with that. C'est la vie. If they don't do anything, then I should have attacked there. I don't know why I clicked through my attack phase. Sorry, I am definitely. I don't know if tilted is the right word. Defeated, I guess, is what I want to say. I just don't feel like we have a good opportunity here to win. Our deck just isn't set up for this matchup. So we'll see what happens. All right, Once Upon a Time for free. What are they going to reveal? Plays my Verge. Okay, a land is fine. I'm not going to complain if you're taking land. Into a Prism. Okay. No. This is fine. Just don't click through my attack phase. That's the one thing I gotta say. Whoop. And then we'll play Library. Play the Star. And honestly, we're at their mercy. They probably should be able to win, given how little I've done. I mean, they got a full grip, 4 mana. What I've seen from their deck, that's enough to win. Nope, they just played a Forest and then did nothing. I mean, that's fine. It's not like I'm doing anything either. I mean, we're getting closer to Cauldron, which is a card that can do things. Honestly, I think we just crack the Chromatic Star for white and hope we draw something playable. I'll play the Glimmerlands. I don't know why I tapped that much mana. Whoop. Alright. I know I keep sounding more and more pessimistic, and it's because I am. Eureka. Okay. I'll put a Cauldron complete. What, you put an Emrakul in? Yeah, it's fine. It's over. You got it. Alright. My opponent had a sick deck. And match 2 was just kind of Magic being Magic. I'm a little bummed out. I would have liked to at least get 2 wins with that deck. It definitely wasn't the best I've drafted, but I should have been able to get 2. Um, and this time it wasn't misplays, so I'll celebrate that. Anyways, I will see you back. There's 4 more days of Vintage Cube, so hopefully I'll be able to get a couple more games in. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Cats of Bread here with your. I'm not even going to say those were great games. I am tilted. But thank you for watching. If you liked anything, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell me where I could have gone better, and I'm always looking to improve. So, again, thank you, and have a great rest of your day.